record on the computer. And I'm going to go to Facebook Live. And I've been getting more traction with views, so this will go everywhere.
Yay!
TikTok, I'll even put the link out on Snapchat. I put it everywhere. I'm a
Nice.
social media whore.
Yeah, I know, me too. Kind of have to be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to get booked. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 second while I type this. So I'm calling it Carol Leung interview update on her great career.
Or put Carol Johnson. That's what I perform under.
Okay, I'm writing you on Carol Leung on Facebook. That got me thrown off. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Not a worry in the world.
Don't want to give my ex any glory for what I'm doing now.
Tell me about it. Hi, everybody. This is Linda Marcus Smith, your girl, always here for you and interviewing comedians and people in the industry or entertainment of any kind. But today I get to have, oh yeah, let's do this.
I know. It
Let's,
looks so flat.
I know, I hate this part up here, Carol. What is up
Well,
with
at
that?
least yours looks fluffy. Mine just looks. It's okay. It's haircut day tomorrow, so.
Yes, hot dang. Well, I'd like to tell you who this lady is sitting here next to me over there, Carol Johnson. And here is the intro that I have yet to memorize. So I'm going to read it. And if you don't like that, please like it. Okay. She just hosted 3 days at the new National Lampoon, the Yellow Door Comedy Club downtown San Diego. Did I read that right?
Yeah, you did. National Lampoon, The Yellow Door.
Thank you. And we'll be at the Burbank Comedy Festival in Burbank, California next week, performing August 14th and August 16th. She's currently working on her one-woman show, and it's coming to a fringe festival near you, so look out. What? She says, a fringe festival. Your mother didn't tell you?
Yeah, what? Your mother didn't tell you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody has a mom. So I figure hopefully lots of people will come.
Yeah. Oh, that's the name of it.
Yeah,
I thought that was
what?
just the ending funny
No,
line.
that's the
What?
whole name. What? Your mother didn't tell you.
I love that. Okay. What your mother didn't tell you is the name of her one-woman show. I can't wait.
That's
So,
because a lot of even the audience yesterday, I did a Brittany brunch. It's Brittany brunch at Mic Drop, and one of the audience members told me I reminded them of their mom, so that was very sweet. So
wow, that's so cool. So, you've been on here a few times. You've come on my military shows, et cetera. And I know you in person. We've bumped elbows and sat with each other, made each other laugh and listen to each other. We've done things. But I want to know, like, take me through the very last year of your comedy life. What's been going on?
it's been I mean, every year that you're on Earth is an awesome year, but this year was great. I started it January with the Keenan Presents at Mic Drop in San Diego. That was magical. The Keenan shows are always the best. Lots of shows, and then Keenan 3-day festival in Las Vegas, April. That was great. Got to hang out with a bunch of friends. I'm sorry you weren't there.
Thank you.
You should have come. You're probably someplace else that time period, but so
Yeah.
that was really a lot of fun. Actually, got to meet Keenan. He is seriously one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. It was a pleasure. He was hosting the last show, so that was really exciting because I hadn't met him before. let's see, that's April. I mean, I'm just busy. I co-produced two shows, little free shows in San Diego. One of the longest running free comedy shows is in La Mesa at a little cafe called Space Bar Cafe. It's been running for over 10 years, and I guess instead of shutting it down, people just keep handing it down to other people. So it's in my hands right now, co-producing with a nice man named Gene Levin that has been doing comedy a long time. He used to do a ton of comedy at the Comedy Store in San Diego years ago with Dat Fan. So, and I do shows with Dat Fan up in Los Angeles, online shows, which are so much fun. Hope to do live with him sometime soon. Like I said, I did the Brittany brunch. I'm at the Yellow Door again this week, not hosting, just getting to be part of the show, which will be really fun. People should come out. If you're in San Diego, come out. It's a great brand new club.
Oh,
What else? Festivals, Burbank. What other festivals? Oh, I just came back from Alabama.
yes, let's hear about that. I love Leslie Norris Townsend.
Yeah, they're really, really, really sweet. Very sweet people. Got to hang out with a bunch of comedians for 3 days. That was a lot of fun. Um, the people in Alabama are truly, at least Birmingham, so nice. I even asked them, "Are you really this nice?" Or, are you? And they said, as long as no one says, "Bless your heart" to your face, then yeah, they like you. So. I was one of the Delta flight cancellations, which was absolutely crazy back and forth. I still can't get a hold of them. So I drove from Birmingham to Atlanta just to be able to catch a plane to go home.
My goodness sakes.
Yeah, I've done, let's see, this year I did Pretty Funny Women at the Comedy Store, another roast. So always keeping busy, which is really, really fun.
Absolutely. So, what's something in the last year that you learned by being around other comedians that you didn't know the last time you and I talked?
I don't know. It's just good networking, getting to know more comedians. Of course, there's less female comedians out there usually on shows. Uh, the ones at the Yellow Door, there've been two. There've been two women. I've
So,
hosted and there's been another woman on the show, so that's fun. I think they're at least keeping two for the show this week as well on Thursday, which is fun. I love supporting women in comedy. One thing I did really learn is that I can do another one woman show. I've watched many and I really enjoy the art form. You can get a little more weird and wild. I did a shorter one that opened at the SoloCon Fest in New York last year. So I'm hoping I just applied to San Diego Fringe Fest, so hopefully I'll get in there, and I'm hoping to get to Scotland this year and Hollywood, anywhere that'll have me. So
absolutely. You go, girl.
thanks.
What are your plans besides the one woman show and the Burbank Festival? Take me out in the future of things you'd like to accomplish besides what you've mentioned. Do you have anything you're hanging your hat on?
I am writing a memoir, which I haven't had time to really write it. I'm doing an online class. There's a lovely group in San Diego called Writers Inc. And these two women run the yearly festival, which I had to miss it this year because I was in a festival out of San Diego. It's always wonderful. They bring in such great publishers and writers. I met Bernie Taupin last year. That was really fun. So I get to kind of meet some of my heroes by going to book festivals. So I started to write my own. Every time I think I don't need to write it, I run into another woman that's had horrible relationship issues and divorce issues. So I'm going to tell my story, and it's been 11 years now, not final divorce, but out of the relationship. And now it'll be a funny book as well. So because everybody going through divorce needs some humor in their life.
Absolutely. That's so true. So, tell people like we've talked many times, but for those that never saw you before that could be watching this, nobody watches it at the time, but afterwards, people watching you for the first time, tell them how you grew up, what made you Carol Johnson that is today, and what influenced you to become who you are, because you're amazing. Always positive. So let's hear
You're
that.
so sweet.
It's true. So true.
Trauma. Trauma made me who I am. I actually came up with, and I'm sure I didn't come up with this word, but it just popped into my head one day. Instead of namaste, it's like trauma stay. The
Wow.
trauma in me bows to the trauma in you. I had a tough childhood, single parent after my abusive parents split. Yeah, so trauma. Doing comedy is cheaper than therapy. Everybody should get up and do it at least once.
Absolutely. Leave it all on the stage. Don't let
That's
it crawl
right.
off.
That's right. And don't let it destroy who you want to be or who you're meant to be. Just, be thankful for every day we're on Earth. It's a beautiful, well, it's still a beautiful planet.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a one woman show one time in New York City, and it was all about all my traumas. I told the audience all my traumas and tried to make them laugh while I'm telling them all this deep. There's got to be an art form, and I need to learn it a little better. But I did it once, and I'll get it better. I hired Vanessa Hollingshead to help me make it very
Oh,
professional.
nice.
I want layers. I want act outs and voices. I want the whole schmear. I want a schmear of it.
Right. I'm gonna try to add a little bit of weird humor and dancing, a little bit of song, and just be crazy and enjoy it and have fun with it. So,
Absolutely.
huh.
When I'm on stage, I remember growing up and my parents who went through World War II in Germany as Jewish people. I remember them my whole childhood they were incapable of being in the moment and enjoying anything. But if I would do something silly that they didn't expect, they would laugh and it brought me so much joy. As like a 2-year old, I knew a 3-year old, 4-year old, I knew something had to be. And so when I'm on stage or with the one woman thingamajig, the audience is just a replication of my parents. I see the audience as those parents that I had to make laugh.
Yeah, I think a lot of comedians do. So,
Yeah, exactly. We all have that in common. Well,
me
you've been
too.
a delight to come on. What would you like to promote as far as reminding people what you said earlier so that they'll come right now?
Just look out for my Friends Festival piece, What Your Mother Didn't Tell You, and follow me on all social media at Carol Johnson Comedy, because that's sadly the way we get booked is by having followers. And it takes so much time to do that. Takes time away from writing comedy, don't you think?
It does. It's like who thought when we got attracted to comedy that being committed to it was going to be this much of an effort, but it is.
No, and it seemed like in the good old days, you could just hang out in comedy clubs and be discovered or get on the Late Show with David Letterman. And, that doesn't really propel people very much anymore, I don't think. I
No.
know some comedians, it seems like you could be headlining or touring the country, and then the next month or so, or the next year, we're pretty much all back in the same boat. So,
Yes, I met a lady the other day. I won't say when, or people will figure out who I'm talking to. But I met a lady the other day who was on America's Got Talent.
Wow.
And it means nothing. I haven't seen her booked anywhere in Las Vegas.
Yeah, see, isn't it bad? It's so much harder to make it now. I mean, there's more venues for comedy, which is really fun. I mean, sometimes we do it at a dive bar and we're just bothering people that want to drink and get drunk.
Yes, absolutely. Interrupting their lives.
That's right. One joke at a time.
I love doing a dive bar where they try to ignore me. And
Yeah.
because I'm older and I look so sweet, they don't expect me to say, now listen, I didn't go through 10 years of this to have you ignore me. You're gonna listen. It's not really how you treat a real audience, but in a dive bar where they're not paying attention, I do that. Oh yeah.
I was actually at one show, this was years ago, when I was just starting out, and a very, very drunk woman walked across the stage in front of the headliner just to go use the restroom. So, it was- so I didn't feel so bad. And he was really good. I mean, hysterically funny, hugely talented. So, yeah, happens
People.
to all of us.
Yes, absolutely. Well, once again, thank you so much for your patience getting on here because I make changes like you wouldn't believe. And I love all your vibes. You're so positive, friendly, nice, and you don't mince words. And whether that has to do with correcting somebody if they're off base, you're a truth teller. And I love you so much with you can give me positive feedback anytime you want. And you guys, you got to get to know her, follow her, because that helps her get booked. Carol Johnson Comedy.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
There it is. Go women. Thank you so much.
Yay! Yes.
Thank you for coming on, Carol Johnson.
Thank you always for having me. I always love talking to you.
Likewise. See you later.
Booked in Las Vegas so I can come see you again.
Yeah, come here. Stay a
I
night
will.
or two or three. I'm gonna
I'll
be
wait till it
gone.
I'll wait till it cools down a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.